All right. What's up, Tater Dom? Thank you for always being reliable, unlike me. Always late to the party. Shit. You drinking? I want to apologize to people. I'm a little under the weather, so this is going to be a bit of a struggle. But we're going to push through. Maybe keep it short and sweet today. There we go. All right, I'm gonna start off with this Widow Jane Decadence. Got one of these the other day. Paul, what's going on? Let's do light pours. Light pours today. But yeah, this Decadence I tried at DMV Spirits for the first time. It was really good. Really good. Better than Penelope Rio. If you want a finished whiskey, Amburana is not the way to go. Maple is the way to go. Maple is just genius. Way better than Amburana. I had another idea. If anybody in the chat is on the Discord, maybe you could do a voice chat live. If you guys want to do voice chat so I can actually hear you instead of just putting in the chat, maybe that would be fun. Let me know if that's a good idea. Anybody watching Thursday Night Football? I think this is going to be a bad game. A really bad game. Patriots they're 1-1, but they suck, man. They can't not be bad this year. Jacoby Brissett. We're familiar with him in Washington. He got in one game last year, played way better than Sam Howell. And then we didn't let him in another game because we were afraid that he might win us a game. Hey, Prince is sipping on Decadence too. Nice. Dude, this first sip is weird, man. I hope my palate's not screwed up. Paul's watching Mets Phillies. Nice. You Mets fan? Yeah, this is the time of year where baseball starts to get interesting. Major League Baseball season is just so long, man. 162 games is a lot of games. But it is nice in the summer. There's nothing else on. Jaron's a Mets fan too. You guys Jets fans then? Ry Jones. More Discord people. What's up, dude? Small group tonight, but we'll keep it short and sweet. Did you guys see the Heaven Hill posted on Instagram their September releases, and they don't look that exciting. The Elijah Craig and the Larceny. Well, the Larceny looks cool as hell. The new bottle design for the Larceny and the Larceny Barrel Proof. I've seen it on the Larceny, the regular Larceny, and they just put this out on the Larceny Barrel Proof. It looks pretty awesome. I should be able to put it on the screen. Whoa. I don't think that looks good. The bottle looks cool though. Really cool. So the Elijah Craig Barrel Proof that everybody's so excited about since C923 was so good last year. The stats are a bit of a letdown. 11 years even. No months. And 129 proof. Just as a reminder, Elijah Craig B524 was 130.6 proof, I think. Do I have one here? Yes. 130.6 proof and 11 years, 2 months. So, younger and lower proof than the B batch. So, I don't know, man. Oh, the game is... I see that. That's cool. There you go. So you guys can watch on the Little Book box. I have a Booker's box I can put next to it if it'll make the screen bigger. Am I allowed to put the game on in the background? I don't know if YouTube will shut me down for that. Oh well, doesn't matter. Dude. Aaron Rodgers looks old. Brady at 45 looks younger than Aaron Rodgers at 40. I don't know, man. But I'm sure he'll figure it out this year. Coming back from his ACL. Prince has been watching on the Little Book for the past 2 streams. Really? I thought I moved that Little Book recently. I didn't think it had been there. Oh well. So, I was going to talk about some Rise today. Should I do that? I was going to go through the best Rise that I've got this year. I figured that would be fun. And we need to talk about, since most of the people here seem to be in the Discord, We're gonna do a bottle share next month, hopefully, and we can talk about that a little bit too. And some other stuff. I don't know. We'll figure out stuff to talk about. I also got shout out to Ty. Ty grabbed me this Bowman Cast Strength, which I have been very eager to get my hands on. Batch 2, 144.5 proof. This is my first Bowman Cast Strength. I have not won one in a lottery. I have not seen one on a shelf. So, very excited to get my hands on that one. And maple syrup comes through on the finish. That's nice. Oh, that's Thai. Princess Thai. There we go. Now I can call you the correct name. I've been calling you Prince for like 3 weeks. Prince is a cool name though. So. Yeah, I do have a Jack Daniel's single barrel proof rye. That's a good one. That is definitely a good one. Those came out last year. So I don't know if I can say it's the best rye I've got this year, but Rye Red Jones is not sold on the Decadence for the price. Yeah, it's expensive. You have to look at it. So like the Widow Jane 10-year is $80 maybe. I think it's 80, 85, somewhere in that range. So to get the maple finish for like an extra 15, I mean, you can argue that the Widow Jane 10-year is overpriced. That's a valid argument. I 100% agree on that. Actually, the 10-year, when I buy it, I usually buy the small bottle, the 375. Just because I don't drink it a whole lot. But I do like the Widow Jane 10-year. And I do like the Decadence. Expensive, but it is good. You were hoping I was going to call you Prince in person. Next time I will. We'll stick with Prince, dude. Or whatever, man. I'll call you whatever you want. I don't care, dude. Pronouns, names, I don't know. Give a shit. I'll call anybody whatever they want. I didn't make the connection that you're the same person, though. Because your picture is different on the Discord. So you threw me off. Gecko says JJB. What about it? What about the JJB? Oh, because of this? I wish they would so actually I noticed Bowman has the whipped cream. Yeah. I gotta buy you the vodka whipped cream. Yeah, Jaren. He got me the bottle and everything. And I don't even know who he is. I know who he is, but I didn't know who he is here. I was just confused, man. But yeah, I owe him. Dude, if I knew that you were Prince, I would have brought you the signed vodka cream. That's my fault. Gotta get you that vodka cream, man. The Cardi B. Not Cardi B. It's gonna be signed by me. But, dude, now I'm excited about it. Now I'm very excited about it. Dude, this dude throws on his toes. Yes, sir. Next time. This is going to be like 35-7 game. 35-6. Calling it now. Jets have a good defense. Patriots have a bad offense. All right, let's pour a little bit of this Bowman just for fun. Scott's asking if Virginia ABC's dropping Weller Antique. They did yesterday. I think it was yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. I think there were a few stores that had it. One of them, the closest one to me was Clifton. Clifton dropped some Weller Antique. And it was... The Weller Antique comes in cases of 12, which is nice, because they'll hang around the store for a little bit longer. But it still sold out pretty quick. I probably could have got over there, but I was stuck in traffic going to visit Prince. Or Ty. Stick with Prince. Weller Antique is good, though. I will always grab one of those when I have the opportunity. If nothing else, they're good for trading. I've been trying to stock up on bottles to trade because I know there's a lot of bottles coming out that I want. That it's going to be tough to get my hands on. Starting with the new cellar aged. Never able to get a cellar aged. Also, desperately want a Coy Hill, the new Coy Hill. Although, I finally have a hazmat bottle, so that was exciting. But, I really want a Coy Hill. I've been really wanting a Coy Hill for a long time now. And then the JD14. JD14, I desperately want as well. The JD12 is so good. The 14 is going to be... It's going to be crazy. Oh my god. I don't know if anybody else noticed this, but the nose on this Bowman Cask Strength, it's got like a... It's got like a Willet kind of nose a little bit. Not like a full-on Willet nose, but... It smells a little bit like a Purple Top. And the Purple Tops have a really distinct... Well, Willet products in general have a really distinct nose. Like that floral fruitiness. And this has... It's got some of that. Yeah, Prince. Larceny barrel-proof labels are awesome. The regular Larceny labels now are pretty awesome, too. I think they're the same. The barrel proof just has the strip at the bottom. It says barrel proof. Although the barrel proof labels were always cooler than the regular Larceny labels. But now they both look cool. You don't get any burn from this either. It does sting your nose a little bit. The ethanol kind of stings your nose, but it's not like some whiskeys you can like smell the ethanol. Like ethanol's kind of got its own scent. And this one, like the proof will sting your nostrils a little bit, but it's not. It doesn't smell like ethanol. It smells really good. Wow. I kind of want to light some of this on fire. Ooh. That was close. Prince got the floral notes too. Nice. Yeah. It's not what I was expecting. Because usually Bowman, I get those like really like bright fruits and caramel, and you get that here too, just not or you get the added floralness, which is interesting. Fourth and goal. Are they gonna go? Oh, his knee is down like right as the ball's about to touch the goal line. That is so close. He's like rolling into the end zone. I don't know, man. Porky's having a hard time finding John Jay. Where are you at, Porky? Are you in Virginia or somewhere else? It can be hard to, well, it's allocated in Virginia now. Didn't used to be. But some people were buying up all of the John J. Bowmans on the shelf. So they felt like they had to allocate it. But it's fairly easy to find around here just because when they put it out during a drop, it'll hang around for a few days. Texas, yeah. Yeah, here a lot of other states it's fairly hard to find. I guess Texas is one of them. Yeah, it's always been easier to find in Virginia. It used to be really easy to find. Like one out of every 3 stores would have it. Now you have to wait for drops, but like I said, it hangs around for a while after the drops. But I don't know, man. I've always had mixed feelings about Bowman just because they're not distilling their own whiskey. I mean, they're redistilling Buffalo Trace whiskey, which kind of feels like cheating a little bit. But I mean, they do have a master distiller and it's a fully functional distillery, so it's not like they're just putting out rebranded Buffalo Trace stuff. But I don't know. And it's supposedly it's their own mash bill, so it's really like contract distilled by Buffalo Trace, which I don't have a problem with contract distilling. I love if you want to start a whiskey label and have your whiskey contract distilled somewhere. That's awesome. But just something about redistilling it and then acting like it's distilled just kind of makes me think. I don't know. I don't know if I don't think I have a problem with it. It's just interesting. But that's obviously they get all the attention because everything Buffalo Trace is so popular. And they have this, I mean, the relationship with Buffalo Trace, they hit the lottery, dude. Porky's got Isaac Bowman and Bowman Brothers. Yeah, those are good too. I've got those down here somewhere. The Isaac Bowman, it might be my favorite port finish. That's a solid whiskey. Anthony, oh yeah, Anthony's pointing out the TTP labels. Yes, I did see those. So Bowman just had 3 different labels approved. I think one was a Hungarian oak, like 115 proof. I forget how old that one was. But then they had a 12-year also. The 12-year was like 135 proof. That looked really interesting. Yeah, 12-year American oak, 135 proof. That's the one I'm excited about. Oh, and you're right. Bottled September 20. So they're bottling tomorrow. The Hungarian oak is bottled already. And the Hungarian oak should actually be 13 years old. That's exciting. And then the third one is a rye. An 11-year-old rye. But that one's not getting bottled till 2026. Oh, I'm sorry. The Hungarian oak is being bottled in August of next year. Wasn't bottled in August. But yeah, the American oak. Wow. Whiskey Wisdom, what's up? Thanks for stopping by, Matt. Good to see you, man. Oh no, Porky retracted a message. Don't retract messages. Whenever I see somebody retract a message, I just assume they called me, I don't know, gay or something. Which is whatever. Call me whatever you want, guys. Special release, Abraham Bowman. Oh, when they will allocate all the Bowmans? I don't think so. I don't think they're going to allocate the small batch and the Isaac. I know, Porky, I'm just messing with you, man. But yeah, there's not enough demand for the other Bowman releases. It's really only the John Jay that gets all the attention. Thanks, Matt. I like to escalate things. That's what I do. Go from 0 to 100 in no time. Anthony doesn't see release 25. Let me check again. Oh, you're right. This is number 24.
From Aged in Ore.
Number 27. And number 26. So you're right. They're missing the 25. I don't know. Does this have a... No. Cast Strength is not one of their special releases, so I don't know. I guess it'll be something else, but I have no idea what. Prince Laser small batch. Yeah, their small batch is good. For like 30, 35 bucks. Hi. Huh? Oh, you didn't bring her yet. Yeah, you talked to me. Sorry, guys. My wife needs some information. Before 10? Something like that. Somebody's bringing us a dog. For dinner. Just kidding. No, we have to watch a dog. We don't eat the dog. Yeah, we don't eat the dog. That's all I'm going to say. It's a fat little dog, though. It'd probably be good. Oh, man. So, yeah, man, I don't know what Bowman's doing. I can't think of their last special release. I think was the French Oak. So I don't know if number 25 is gonna be a French Oak. Maybe they'll put on a second release of the French Oak. I don't know, man. Anthony likes batch 2 better than batch 3 of the Cash Strength. Nice. Yeah, I mean, it's got the proof. Batch 3 is like 136. I've heard the opposite too, though. I've heard some people like batch 3 better. So, I'm sure they're both comparable. But honestly, I haven't had like any hazmat bottles. Any hazmat bourbons, at least. So, I'm happy to have one now. Yeah, Porgy, I know the bottle behind me is casting the game. If it's annoying, let me know and I'll move the bottle. But if nobody cares, then I think it's fine. You see this guy drop the ball? Oh. Oh, that was a nice hit. That looked legal. Why are they showing so many replays? Wasn't a helmet to helmet. Tim, thank you. Super chat. Hey man, that might be the first super chat. I appreciate it, brother. I do need to get it together, dude. I'm falling apart here. I'm a little bit sick. I'm drinking 144 proof whiskey. I'm watching football. I'm live streaming. I'm doing everything. So, cut me some slack, brother. Please. But thank you. Thank you for the super chat. I was actually going to do a giveaway. I'm going to try and do a giveaway each month. And haven't done one in... Last one I think was in August. So we're going to do one in September. But we might have to do it next week. Next week's still going to be September, right? Yes, it is. I have to figure out what it's going to be. I think it's going to be more... Actually, I have a really good idea for the giveaway, but I'm not going to tell everybody yet. I'm going to make a video like in the next week or so, and that'll have some of the whatever's in the giveaway is going to be in that video. So I'll save it for then. Thank you again to Prince/Ty for picking that up. Dude is my hero. All right, let's move on to a rye. Well, let me finish this first. Wow. This is great secondary play. I've never seen somebody defend a pass so well without interfering. Did they throw the flag? Maybe they threw the flag. Yeah, I guess they did. Oh, Tim's got the pass plus 6.5. What were you thinking, man? I'm so sorry. And thank you for another super chat. Do you think the Jets are just gonna fold? They haven't looked good the first couple of weeks. It's true. And the Patriots overperformed. I haven't watched any of the Patriots at all this year. But what's my favorite rye? All right, so I'm going to talk about that. And I think people are going to hate on me for it. Gonna catch some hate here. It's definitely, well, it's got to be one of three. I have three ryes that I got this year that I absolutely love. Rye says we have 6 stores on the maybe list in the Discord. Yes. We're gonna take turns checking those stores. We can set up a system. Tomorrow evening I have to work. So afternoon/evening. Daedrix says, what's my experience with Virginia ABC lotteries? My experience is that I lose them all. I absolutely lose 100% of the time. Oh, you just reminded me. Juliana, can you enter the ABC lottery for me? I forgot to mention it earlier. No. Sorry. I had to remind my wife to enter the lottery. 20-year Bengals season ticket holder. Oh, nice. Dude, you're playing Washington next week. You're going to probably destroy us. I think that's a fairly safe bet. Porky likes the Dickel Rye. Dickel Rye is good. Dickel Rye is MGP. All right, so let me get to these ryes. I think this is, honestly, this might be the best rye that I got this year. I think I've talked about it before. But this is a DMV Spirits pick. Double Oaked Nulu. It's MGP. I think it's like 8-year. I don't know if they have they have the finishing time. So this was finished for 1 year and 4 months. 117 proof. It was probably like 7 or 8 years old before they finished it. But honestly, this might be the best rye. Yeah, exactly. Look at the color on this thing. This is beautiful. And the Michter's Barrel Strength Rye would be the other contender. And the Sagamore 8-year didn't come out this year, but that's another really good one. The Sagamore 8-year, honestly, is just as good, I think, as the Michter's Barrel Strength. But this Nulu, I love it. If you've tried the Sagamore Double Oaked, it tastes like a cast strength version of the Sagamore Double Oaked. Or the The Jack Daniel's Twice Barrel Rye. It doesn't taste as much like that one. It kind of does, just because of that barrel char note that you get from it. But yeah, to me, this is very much like a... If you've ever tried a Sagamore Double Oaked Rye, and you wish that it was cask strength, that's what this is. That's what it tastes like. Unbelievable. Tim, thanks for stopping by and thanks for all the super chats, man. Really appreciate it. I hope the Commanders crush your Bengals on Monday night. They won't, but I hope that they do. Despite the super chats, but thank you. I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like ryes hold up to finishes better than bourbons. Like there's something about a finished rye that's just really nice. Like I feel like they're harder to screw up and they come out more balanced. Not just with double oaking, but like wine finishes, like sherry finished ryes are so good, and rum finished ryes are also really nice. RY3 is like made a whole thing, but made a whole brand of just putting out rum finished ryes. Porky says they'll always be the Redskins to me. They will to me too, dude. They'll always be the Redskins in my heart. But the name's not going to come back, so might as well call them the Commanders, I guess. I don't know. Who cares? Just call them Washington. Rory, Rai, says because of a lot of the finishes add sugar, which works well with the spicier rye. I think that's true. They add sweetness, not necessarily sugar. Some of the wines might add a little bit of sugar. Small amount though. But yeah, the actually so many of my favorite ryes are made by Sagamore. Sagamore's sherry finished rye is amazingly good. That's like a perfect fall whiskey. Like it's really, I don't know. It just tastes like fall. Whatever that means. The Michter's 10-year, I haven't tried this year's. I have last year's. But when I see this year's, I will probably have to buy one. Dude, the Michter's are so good. All the Michter's premium products are so good. Yeah, come on, Prince. Get into Sagamore. Virginia, ironically, we're like an hour from the Sagamore distillery. And we have the worst selection of Sagamore products of like any state that I've been to, at least. Like all Virginia has is the regular Sagamore and the double oaked, which are good, but Sagamore's got like 20 different SKUs, I think. At least 10. But the sherry, the rum finish, the bottled and bond, the 8-year, the 9-year now. So many different ones. Porky says his wallet won't let him, or his wife. Wives don't let us do stuff. Like buy $200 bottles of whiskey. It's true. Some of us just do it anyway and deal with the fallout. but we're probably not the ones that should be an example to the rest of you guys. Knob Creek, yes. That's a good one to mention too. The Knob Creek 10-year I really, really liked. I don't think it's quite on the same level as these, but for like a shelf product, a bottle that's going to be available like in every liquor store going forward. And it's weird because the Knob Creek 10-year rye is available in Virginia. The 12-year bourbon is not. Doesn't make any sense. 12-year bourbon is allocated. It doesn't really need to be, but it is. And the 10-year rye is on the shelf. I guess because ryes are just less popular. They weren't worried that it's going to fly off. Dude, I might pour that Knob Creek next, actually. That's a really good rye. When I went to the beach, I bought that bottle at the beach. And I brought my little travel set of Glencairns. And I was just crushing that Knob Creek 10-year rye for like a day. Actually, I bought some other bottles too. But that was my favorite bottle that I bought at the beach that day. The next day I got some other stuff that might have been better. But whatever, not important. 12-year Knob Creek can be found at decent prices online. It's true. Got one around 60. Yeah, 60 I think is regular price retail. Or no, I guess 70 is retail. So 60 is a pretty good price. But yeah, that 10-year rye is really good. It's hard to... There aren't a lot of ryes that are 10 years or older that are regularly available at like a reasonable price. So I'm very happy that Knob Creek put that out. Blue Note Rye. Dude, I actually don't have a Blue Note Rye. Blue Note is one of the brands that I've been meaning to try. They don't have them around here. They have them on Sealbox. And I think I've put it in my cart a bunch of times, but I've always just... There are always bottles that I want more than the Blue Note. But I've heard great things about Blue Note. Even though I have yet to order one. When I see a Blue Note in person, I will grab it. Oh, Richard, the Knob Creek Burr Rye. I almost bought one today. Almost. I should have. It's literally a blend of their 9-year bourbon and their 7-year rye. But it's mostly rye, I think. It's like 75% rye, 25% bourbon, something like that. That's not the exact that's not exact, but it's somewhere in that range. And then 113 proof. So I guess they're proofing it down. It's not just... At first I thought they were literally just blending their like 9-year 120 proof with their 7-year 100 proof, but there's more to it than that, I guess. Yeah, the rye... Burr Rye blends are generally heavier on the rye. I think the rye, or I guess you don't need a lot of bourbon to add that sweetness to the rye. So I think anytime you're mixing bourbons and ryes, it's good to go a little heavier on the rye. Yeah, 113 proof is like, that's like right in my wheelhouse. That's like a perfect proof for me. I enjoy him around that proof point. Like that whole like 110, 105 to 115 is nice. Very nice. 144 is great too, but you can't drink it all night. That's like literally every pour is like 2 pours. That's crazy. If you guys are in DC, go to DMV Spirits. I think they have some of these left. Sorry guys, there's a lot of yelling upstairs. We got that dog too. I could hear the dog get delivered. Ruko's sipping on some Yellowstone and smoking a cigar. Nice. Getting some fresh air. That's awesome, man. I like sitting outside with some whiskey, and it's harder to nose outside though. When you're outside, harder to pick up notes. But the fresh air makes it worth it, I think. Richard cracked a Jack Daniel's single barrel. Single barrel what? JD single barrel SP. Single barrel proof? I guess. But yeah, those are really good. All the Jack Daniels, everything Jack Daniels makes pretty much is good. Rye. Wasn't a high proof fan for a long time, but it's grown on me super fast. Yeah, once you get into proof, or once your palate gets used to higher proof whiskey, there's really no limit. You could drink whatever at that point and just enjoy it, because it generally has more flavor. But there's a balance. Like if you drink really high proof whiskey a lot, then you at least for me, I tend to go off the rails pretty quick. So I feel like 105 to 115, you get that additional flavor, but you can enjoy it for a longer period of time. All about trying not to go off the rails. All about that. Oof. Jack Daniel's single barrel proof. Okay, that's what I thought you meant. That misspelling threw me off. I get thrown easy. Rai says they do. Looked on their site. They do what? I forgot what we were talking about. Remind me, please. Richards and Hampton Roads. Barrel proof. Prince blacked out after testing too many of the high proof bottles a few weeks ago. Yeah, you gotta watch out for that. Gotta watch out for that. Man, that Nulu is awesome. Yeah. I'm not gonna pour this Michter's right now. There was I had an idea, and now I forgot what it was. Oh yeah, the Knob Creek. Also, the new Little Book is basically a rye. Oh, they have the Nulu in stock. There you go. Yeah. I recommend it. Don't buy them all because I want to get another one. But that Nulu is... That's one of the bottles. That's my favorite thing about DMV Spirits. Every time I go, there's always... I always leave with something I had no intention of buying at all. Because you can just try everything. So that was one, like, as soon as I tried it, I was like, dude, I have to get this bottle. Because it drank to me very much like the Sagamore Double Oaked, which is one of my favorite bottles that you can find regularly. But it was like a cast strength version. I love that Double Oaked, like, barrel char or whatever. So good, man. Richard hasn't seen the Little Book yet. They don't give you anything special. Down in the Hampton Roads area, huh? That's what I hear. Yeah, I hear you guys don't get anything. Richmond, I guess, gets a lot of stuff. And I guess we get a lot of stuff. Just because we probably have we're the highest population density. Got a lot of folks in Northern Virginia. Let me see. I haven't had a sip of this in a while. Maybe I'll have a sip. My God. My kids and my wife sound like they're enjoying themselves upstairs. I hope that's not all audible. What is this? 118 proof. So this is mostly rye, I think. 18-year high rye bourbon. 11-year rye whiskey. 7-year rye malt whiskey. 5-year rye whiskey. 5-year rye whiskey, 5-year rye whiskey, 4-year rye whiskey. So yeah, basically rye whiskey. A little bit of bourbon though. I'm just having a splash. I don't remember it being as good as the Chapter 7. The Chapter 7 I thought was, like, exceptional. Richard, I actually didn't get the Little Book in Virginia. Honestly, I haven't seen these in Virginia either. Which is weird. I wonder where... They must have gotten some. Jaren, those hazmats will have you forgetting what you were about to do. That's what happened, man. That's what happens every time. That one glass of that hazmat, it goes really far, man. Someone got one today, somewhere in the DMV Bourbon Group. Yeah, it's probably in Maryland. Maryland has had them, like, forever. This is a nice nose. They did a drop in Chantilly today. Yeah. Ruko, that's the problem with this drop system. I was checking the stores so often, like 3 times a day. Like the 4 or 5 stores, like, immediately around me. I was checking like 3 times a day, sometimes more. And even checking 3 times a day, you can miss drops. Like by hours, or even what ended up happening, I think I probably checked at like 5 p.m. and then they dropped at like 7 p.m. And then by the morning, everything was gone. Not everything, but all the top bottles were gone. So the system is, like, for the top bottles, you have to get really lucky. You really have to get lucky. Oh man, the Jets didn't score and the Patriots are on the move. Dude, I'm rooting for the Patriots now. I hope Tim wins his money. Rooting for Tim here, guys. Let's root for Tim. And Jacoby Brissett. Former Washington Redskin commander. Alright, let me catch up. Richard, seen a few in the forums. Seen E.H. Taylor, seen some Weller, but not in his area. They get Buffalo Trace, Eagle Rare, McKenna, Blends. Yeah. All the stores seem to get that stuff. They've got to send some stuff to your area, dude. I'm sure that... Well, I have no idea what ABC is doing, honestly. But I would be surprised. Hampton Roads is a big area, and there's a lot of military there, too. So I would be surprised if you guys didn't get some good stuff. But Anthony's got a bottle of Chapter 8. 393 dropped it during the text drop era. Okay. Yeah, I guess I missed it. Or maybe I don't know. Maybe I saw it and I just got something else. And I forgot that they had it. And Stag. Haven't seen Stag in years. I've seen Stag. I haven't got a Stag this year. But actually, I haven't seen it this year either. Well, I did earlier in the year. When they were still doing the Saturday drops. Then I saw it a bunch. But the 24 batches I haven't seen. Bealton, Virginia. Okay. Where the hell is Bealton? I don't even know where that is. Have I tasted JTS Brown in early times? Yeah, Charles. I have tasted them. And their early times is significantly better, I would say, than the JTS Brown bottled and bond. JTS Brown, just get Evan Williams. They're both Heaven Hill bottled and bonds for like $20. And the the Evan Williams is a year older. Evan Williams is like 5 years old. JTS Brown is only 4. But early times is hard to find around here too. For some reason, I don't know. Some states it's like super abundant. Just like everywhere you go, they have early times, bottle and bond. But I guess New England and Virginia, for whatever reason, they just don't get it. Like I see it at one store every couple of months. And that's because like I have to check online to find it. I haven't seen it in a long time actually, but I haven't been looking for it because I still have like a bottle and a half. But it's good whiskey. Richard did get a Russell's. Dude, come on, man. Complaining that you guys don't have anything good. Man, we don't have anything good, but you did get a Russell's 13. So I guess you got something good. Come on, man. You could trade that Russell's 13 for a Stag. I'll do it right now. I'll give you a Stag and a Blanton's. And I don't know. No, I'm just kidding. Keep the Russells. That's a great bottle. But if you get Russell's 15, you got to get the rest of the stuff too. Find the store that does the most business. Sometimes I feel like they distribute it that way. The stores that do the most business just get better selections. Princess Portsmouth gets good drops. So there you go. Listen to Prince. He won't steer you wrong. Prince, if you drain pour Russell's 15, I will hire a plumber to pump that shit out. Oh, man. Yeah, this little book is tasty. Not as good as the chapter 7, though. I stand by that. I shouldn't. I'm not going to keep this in the box anymore. These boxes are too much of a pain. Oh, but now the game won't reflect. Sorry, guys. If you want the box back, let me know, so you guys can watch the game in the reflection. But if not, then I'll just leave it that way. Jaren, you want early times? Check the ABC website. It'll pop up there every once in a while. It's kind of weird. But it does pop up sometimes. Alright. I think I'm going to have one more pour, guys. But then, after that pour, I'm going to call it a night. Because I'm still, I don't know, man. I don't know what it is. I just feel off today. Like my stomach and my head. Prince wants the box back? Alright. Alright. Oh. I give the people what they want. That's what I do. Box back. Charles loves Evan Williams. Yeah. The two $20 unicorns, meaning Early Times and JTS Brown. Keep searching for the Early Times. JTS Brown is honestly not that exciting. It's good, but it's like, it's not going to blow your mind. Neither of them really will blow your mind, but Early Times I'd say is much better. Like, if you've tried Evan Williams, JTS Brown is worse than that. Like, a little bit worse. Just like, it's just like it's fine. But I'm not gonna stop. Just anytime you drive somewhere, if you ever take a road trip to another state, I guarantee you'll find one eventually. Early Times Bottled in Bond. Rai Jones. Yeah, Early Times Bottled in Bond is the one. Regular Early Times is not as desirable. Not nearly as desirable. Early Times Bottled in Bond is basically like a 4 or 5 year old version of 1924. That's what it is. I actually in my little box of blind samples that I pair up sometimes, I have a 1924 and an early times bottled in bond that I was gonna blind like against each other. So I will do that at some point. I wanted to see if I could tell the difference blind. I feel like I'll probably be able to tell the difference. But I'm curious to see how close they are. How much better the 1924 is than the early times. I feel like it's definitely significantly better, but maybe not as significantly as I'm thinking. What should I do here? Last pour, man. I'm gonna go with that Knob Creek rye, I guess. Alright, let me grab this. Nice. Four Black Cat bottles of the early times. Nice. Steve, let me get one. I'll trade you for a metal screw top bottle. And I'll give you a 20 or something. I don't know. Yeah, those were in Virginia. Honestly, we're lucky to even get the blue top, the metal blue top ones. But the metal blue tops are still good. I would say they're still one of the best value bourbons out there. Paul's never owned a bottle of E.H. Taylor, so they're his unicorns. Dude, the first E.H. Taylor, well, yeah, the first E.H. Taylor I tried was at a whiskey bar at Rehoboth Beach, and this place is so disappointing because they had a great like whiskey menu, but they serve it in like those big shot glasses. What kind of whiskey bar doesn't have the proper glass? Like seriously. Even if it's not a Glencairn, you gotta have some kind of glass that you can nose. You can't just serve like E.H. Taylor. I mean, they had like Pappies and stuff too. You're gonna serve Pappy in a shot glass? Come on, man. But Paul, you'll hang in there, man. You'll find an E.H. Taylor. They're good, but they're not like, it's not gonna change your life. Jaren, oh, you're seeing him in like, yeah, 3 hours away. We'll take the baby for a road trip, dude. 3 hours is, it's a bit long. They do, so yeah, I see them like in southwestern Virginia also, but once in a while I see them nearby. Like the two bottles that I have right now, I had to get them in McLean. I had to drive to McLean, like the edge of McLean, to find them. There was one store in McLean that had them, and then everything else was like in Western Virginia. If you keep checking, I'm sure they'll show up here eventually. And they don't like sell out immediately. So if you see it, you can go get one. You'll have time. Any recommendations for rye for beginners? Only ever had Whistlepig Boss Hogs up to this point. Really? dude, you want a beginner recommendation and you're coming off of Whistlepig Boss Hogs. Yeah, why don't you buy the Wild Turkey Master's Keep 10-year rye? That's like half the price of a Boss Hog. You could get two. Get two of the Master's Keep. I don't know if that's a serious question or not, but there are a lot of good ryes for beginners. Like if you're coming off of like bourbon and stuff, you want something sweeter. Old Forester's really good. The regular Old Forester 100 proof rye. That's a nice and sweet one. Little minty, brown sugary, really sweet. The Jack Daniel's Bonded rye is also really good. The Jack Daniel's single barrel rye, the single barrel proof rye, obviously, but the single barrel, just the regular single barrel rye, those are really good. Like 94 proof. What else? Oh yes, one more excellent rye recommendation that's easy to find for a reasonable price. The new Bardstown Origin Series rye. I absolutely love it. They finish it in cherry wood, and it's really good. Really, really good rye. That one's a little more expensive, I think, like $69. But it's like, come on, that's like 1/10 the price of a Boss Hog. So you can buy 5 of those and 1 Master's Keep, and you'll be good. Oh, Prince saw some in Fredericksburg. Wait, the E.H. Taylor are you talking about? Or the Russell's picks? Richard saw Russell's picks in Fredericksburg. I don't know what you're talking about, Prince. I'm sorry. Sorry, guys. I'm behind. Rye wouldn't own E.H. Taylor if it wasn't for a family friend in Kentucky. Yeah, I think... actually, all of my E.H. Taylors I might have traded for. I think I did. I never actually got one at a drop. I did. I've seen some at drops, but every time I've seen them at a drop, it's always been they've had something better that I've gotten. So I never actually bought an E.H. Taylor at a drop. But Charles wants Steve to send him a bottle in Boston. Maybe he'll do it. Maybe. Help each other out, guys. Old Forester 1910 is great. Yes, Richard, I agree with you. Corey missed the Bowman cast strength by 1 person this week. I'm sorry, man. I turned around like a dumbass. I heard that they dropped the Bowman cast strength. I started driving down to Fredericksburg, and then I heard that they sold out. I figured they would put out more, but I still turned around like a dumbass. So stupid. And then thankfully Prince was able to grab me a bottle. So I'm indebted to Prince. But I should have just kept going down. I would have made it there with plenty of time for the second round of Bowman cast strengths. Rai says Old Forester 24. Old Forester 1924 is unicorn right now. They've been harder to find for sure. They I don't know if they'll be releasing more. I think a lot of people felt like it was going to be a permanent addition to their Whiskey Row series at some point. But who knows? For now, they've kind of They've been harder to find for sure. New Riff makes good ryes. Yeah, New Riff makes good whiskey in general. I 100% agree with that. Pikesville is also really good. Yes, Pikesville was my favorite rye for a long time actually. That's a good one. 110 proof, 50 bucks. Excellent Heaven Hill rye. Oh my god, his girlfriend's dad was the Boss Hog owner. He tried the 7, 8, 9, and 10, thought they were alright. Some were quite strong. Thanks for the recommendations. It was a serious question. Yeah, so if that was a little bit strong. Yes, Old Forester. If that was a little bit strong, the Old Forester 100 proof is like, that's the best cheap one. The Jack Daniels, either the bonded or the single barrel. If you want less strong, get the regular Jack Daniels single barrel. Not the single barrel proof. You could get the single barrel proof and water it down if you want. If you want to have the option, you kind of get more for your money that way. But if you get the regular single barrel, they've already done it for you. And this is not a necessity, but if you just happen to come across like a store pick of the Jack Daniels, that's a definite buy. Richard says Old Forester 1924 will be yearly, as it's the only age stated in the lineup. That's true. Yeah, Old Forester doesn't actually. Brown-Forman doesn't do much age-stated whiskey at all, aside from the. Right? Do they? I feel like I'm correct on that, except for the Jack 10 and the Jack 12 and then Jack 14. So aside from Jack Daniels, like Woodford and Old Forester, I don't think they have any age-stated products. Like zero. Well, the birthday bourbon, that's really the only Old Forester with an age statement. The only one I can think of, at least. But yeah, I'm with Prince, man. Jack makes great rye. There's a new Jack Daniels rye this year, so they're putting out a second. They did the twice barreled heritage rye, and this year they're releasing it again. Although it's not going to be the heritage, it's just going to be. I think it's a distillery only release, maybe. But it's going to be another twice barreled rye, but it's going to be 107 proof instead of 100. That's one I would be really excited to try. Or maybe it's 106 proof. I forget. I think it's 107. But yeah. All of the Jack Daniel ryes that I've had are really good. Yeah, and Old Forester in 1924 is 10. Yeah, that's the only. Like he was saying, that's the only age stated of the Whiskey Rose series. They need an age stated. I really hope that they make that like a staple. I wonder if I don't know, that's stupid. Never mind. I'm having stupid thoughts. President's Choice is an aged Old Forester. Yeah. But that's not regularly available. At least, like, well, we're still waiting to find out what's going to happen with 1924. But Birthday Bourbon, at least, is an annual release. And that's... it's not the same every year, but whatever. Oh, well. What's the deal with Old Grandad being discontinued? Yeah, it's not true. That is a rumor that Old Grandad was going to be discontinued. As far as I know, it's not true. I still see plenty of Old Grandad. Good night, Paul. Thanks for hanging out, man. Appreciate you. The one thing I noticed with the Old Grandad, though, they're releasing new Bookers, which I'm actually excited about. I'm sorry, not new Bookers. The other B word. George, yes, Old Tub is being discontinued. I believe that is true. Bakers. Sorry. I don't know why I can't think of it. They're releasing a high rye Bakers, which essentially is going to be like an older Old Grandad, which I've been asking for an older Old Grandad for a long time. So I'm excited about the high rye Bakers. I don't know if that was contributing to the rumor. People thought they were going to release that and get rid of the Old Grandad, but I haven't heard any legitimate news about Old Grandad getting discontinued. And I continue to see him everywhere. Yes, Steve, thank you. Bakers was the word I was looking for. I saw Old Grandad's at the beach for like $16. Old Grandad 114. Not even like the bonded. They had OGVs for $16. It was crazy. Very, very crazy. Cheers, Cask 529. Thanks for popping in, man. Thank you to everybody for hanging out. I really appreciate all you guys. I was, like I said earlier, I was a little under the weather tonight. So I was going to cut this short. But I guess the drinks gave me some energy. So it's been longer than I expected. But I think I'm about to wrap this one up. But cheers to you, George. Prince, dude, I still owe you the Cardi B whipped cream. I'm sorry, the whipped cream, I'm going to sign it for you. If I ever meet Cardi B, I'll get her to sign one. But in the meantime, my signature will have to do. Cass, thank you, dude. Everybody hit the like button. Please, please, everybody hit the like button. That's what we need here. We need likes. Aaron Rodgers always looks so pissed off when somebody screws up. Alright, guys. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate you guys. Yeah, if you're not in the Discord, join the Discord. Prince is cool with my signature. Appreciate that, man. I'll sign it for you. Join the Discord. Follow me on Instagram. I need more followers to make it look like I have people who watch me. So that when the distilleries look at my Instagram, I look like a legit person. That's the goal here. I want to get more distillery samples and stuff so that I can put out reviews to people. Because I get a lot of requests for reviews and the bottles are not always fully available. Anyway, yeah. Instagram. There's a Patreon that's totally free too. Join that if you haven't joined that. All links are in the description. All right, guys. Have a good night. I'll see you next